2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. 26-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
At the 38-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on. Kill. No.
Look at this, a tight end carry. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, McFarland. And down inside the 15 he goes. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff in the staff.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
3rd down.
Right. Get the Mike. Watch the screen. Pass.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
And his kick is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for KC. 49 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Tackle. 15. Lucky. Hold the look. Hold. Yellow. 55. Check, 55. Charlie, here we go. Mark 55. All day.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
Mike 58 right there. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Perry steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
52 the mic.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Recovered by Denver.
Boom! Yeah, baby!
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Right 52, right 52.
Second and 5. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll run on first down. Holiday. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Of course, he's fresh off the Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC. And what a game it was last week. And a long touchdown run right there.
He and his offensive line, the receivers blocking downfield, they're all in sync right now. Could carry him to a 2nd straight Player of the Week award.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Here we go.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
To throw on 3rd down. Perry looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Chiefs.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Kill.
Now here's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Throwing to start the drive. Perry. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Ready? Who do you want? Who do you want? Who do you want? Go!
Yellow! Attack, attack!
55 to Mike! Check! 55 to Mike! All day!
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Check 55, Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Mike 55.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. In for the score. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he'll give it here to his running back. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Perry dancing to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They were looking for Johnson that time.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
We'll go 25 to Mike.
Attack, attack!
Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. You get blocked.
Attack!
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Yellow! On the line! Yellow!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
On 2nd down now. McFarland, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Hey, 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 hey. 58, boys, 58.
From the gun, Perry being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long. And somehow, he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
And if you look at the coverage defensively, and this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Mike 7, let's go. 55 is Mike, guys, 55. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike.
Attack!
Yeah. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
On first down, Perry buying time to his left. Now he'll square up and throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got you.
Easy.
Exit. Watching your grind. It's been a long day for you. Mike 55. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
It's just me and you.
To throw on second down, Perry forced out to his left. He'll run it, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is indeed good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs, and even 60 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down. Now Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
So don't say nothing. Attack! Turn up! Kill! Turn up! Under.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
He's checking. Yellow. Go. Wide. Move. 43. Fight on these two.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
It's going to be a long day.
Looking to throw on second down. Perry, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 57 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Ready? Hey, watch the ball go. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Look, check 43. Watch the safety creep.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
Watch twitch.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
55, Mike 55. Eat.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. The extra point up and good, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out.
Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a...
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 32. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense as the scout?
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? No. I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you called it the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Chiefs' 49-yard line.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
On first down. Holiday, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. Holiday. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And some strong running. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
55 to Mike.
Color.
55 to Mike. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Swing right.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Go! Watch out, watch out, watch out.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Mahomes firing complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
Yellow. Go on, Eddie.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Hey, check. Fight on these two.
Watch 55. Scene 6. Mike 55. Mike 55. All day, punk. 55's my guy. 55. Gotta do better.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Wide, right. That's wide, right. Hey, 57 color, 57 color.
Bravo!
Right side. Yellow. Arms go blue, 80. Hey, rip list. Right side. Wide right. Arms go blue, 80. Yellow. Arms go wide, 80. Right side. Yellow. Arms go wide, 80. Attack, attack. Right side. Yellow, arms go blue, 80! Hey, yellow, I go, this side! Fight down these two, fight down these two. Arms go wide, 80! Right side! Yellow, arms go wide, 80! Right side! Yellow, 180, right side. Wide right, yellow, right side. Yellow, arms go up, right side. Wide right. Right side! Yellow! Hero 15! Wide! Right side! Yellow! Arms wide! Right side! Yellow, 8%. Fight down these two, fight down these two. Side. Yellow, right side. Yellow. Hey, Ripley, right side. Wide, right. Arms go wide, 80. Right side. Yellow. Go wide, 80. Right side. Wide, right. Arms go right side. Yellow, arms go blue, 80, 50, right side. Yellow, hey, 57, right side. Yellow, right side. Fight down these two, fight down these, right side. Yellow, wide, right side. Yellow, arms go wide, 80. Yellow, right side. Wide, right, 180, right side. Arsenal 180. Hey, listen. One eight, 180%. Yellow. Arsenal 180. Attack it. Percent. Yellow. Arsenal blue. Percent. Yellow. Hey, yellow. Hey, go gun. Percent. Fight down these two. Percent. Yellow. Percent. Yellow. Percent. Wait. Let's go 180%. Yellow. Let's go percent. Wait. Let's go 180%. Yellow. Let's go 180%. Yellow. Percent. Yellow. 180%. Fight down these two. Percent. Yellow. Let's go 180%. Yellow. Percent. Wait. 1%. Yellow. That's a 180. Yellow. Percent. Wait. Percent. Yellow. Percent. Yellow. So 180%. Yellow. Hey, 43%.